Welcome back to Bust Picks, episode 75. My name is Dio Reynoso. That is Donovan Behan.
How we doing?
And we have a little bit of a shakeup on the show. We're going to be trying to get these episodes out a little bit faster. I'm trying to aim for a little bit of a more, digestible show.
Sure, a little more condensed, a little more focused.
Trim the fat. I want to go straight to fact of the day.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Fact of the day is how weird the Panthers are. And I wanted to bring this up because, upsetting the Cowboys was crazy this last week.
I love it.
And I'm like, okay, it's one of those franchises that are so weird. So from a span, and I'm sure a few people know this, the Cam Newton Panthers.
Yeah.
3-time division champions. Did you know that the Panthers in their franchise history have never had back-to-back winning seasons?
I did not know that.
And yet they won the division 2013, 2014, 2015.
Oh, because they went 8 and 8-1 one year, right?
They went 12-4, 7-8-1, 15-1.
That's awesome.
But in that span, they improved in playoffs by one round each of those 3 seasons.
Until they got to the Super Bowl.
So they lost in the wild card,
Yeah.
lost in the divisional, lost in the Super Bowl.
I love that.
So even though they couldn't win back-to-back winning seasons, they show consistent improvement over those 3 years.
I love those Carolina Panthers team, and I kind of love this Carolina Panthers team.
They're fun.
Their misery stats are up there with the Browns, with the Jets. They're tough. It's a tough franchise to be a fan of.
It is. I just think that they have these weird, just pockets of success.
Uh-huh.
Because their lows are never... We're never winning a game lows.
Yeah,
their lows are like a 3-win season, 4-win season.
That Bryce Young year that was tough.
It was tough, but you'll never have the Browns level bottoming out.
Do you think that the Carolina Panthers are going to have one of those top years? They're 3-3 right now. You think they're going to have one of those years?
I think they'll be around 500, but that's enough to compete for a division sometimes in the South.
Buccaneers are the best team in the NFL right now. So.
It's just the injuries. I'm worried about them.
Let's get into Bust of the Week. We're going to give you the Bust of the Week off the rip. I want to go first. I'm going to talk about some college football and James Franklin, the head coach of Penn State. 3 weeks ago, he lost to Oregon in an overtime game. Penn State had a lot of expectations this year to win a national championship.
Way too many.
Losing against Oregon, that's fine. You went in overtime.
You competed.
Yeah. Then you go to play UCLA, who had not led for a single second all year, fired all their coaches, went in with a pretty much defeated UCLA team and got blown out. And then the week after that, Northwestern beats you by a point. Northwestern is the scum of the earth when it comes to real college football divisionals.
Okay.
Here we are now. James Franklin just got fired. Penn State has lost 3 in a row. They have lost over 22 commits. Their quarterback is out for the season. The Penn State Nittany Lions are in the second worst position they've ever been. Shout out to Penn State. Bust of the week.
They're in a death spiral right now.
I've never seen a team with such high expectations crash this hard across any sports.
Yeah, this is... And even then, I believe it was something they've never beaten a top 10 program team in the last 2 years.
2016 was their last top 10 win. And that wasn't Boise State or SMU in the playoffs. But let's be honest, those two teams...
They're not Power 5 for a reason at the time.
Yeah. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. Don, who's your bust of the week?
Mine is going to be the NFL getting exposed with the Kansas City Chiefs issues.
Oh, did you hear about the study?
So there's 3.
Oh, shoot.
That's the issue.
Yeah.
So Warren Sharp came out with a few studies that they did right before the Super Bowl back in February, showing that the split for the calls that the Chiefs had during their three-peat run, showing that during that the attempted three-peat run, they only had 3 DPI or defensive holding calls. So 1 per year in playoffs.
That's crazy.
Versus 11.
Wait, just in playoffs?
Just in playoffs.
Okay.
Just in playoffs.
That's, okay.
3, so 1 per season in playoffs.
Okay.
Versus 11 called in their favor against defenses they played.
Okay, so 10-1.
Almost. Including with expected points being at 18 after all those penalties. They had 9 games over that time where their opponents had more penalty yardages than them, and all 9 of those games were within 1 score.
Yeah, I mean that sounds about right. Everyone's complained about the Chiefs getting these clutch flags.
So we talked about a study in the summer,
Uh-huh.
kind of niche one. The Financial Review, like the actual business journal that discusses financial implications and does like scientific studies into them. A peer-reviewed journal in August came out with, hey, from 2015 to 2023, in that 8-year span of Mahomes' playoff run, they found that defensive pass interference and holding calls during playoffs, so over 13,000 penalties over that span.
Patrick Mahomes didn't start until 2018.
But
that was first year.
yeah, but from it's Andy Reid, yeah,
Andy Reid,
2015 to 2023. Defensive pass interference and holding calls were called 28% times higher on teams playing the Chiefs over that playoff span. Where on average, an extra 2.3 yards per penalty, any kind of penalty, results in an extra 2.38 yards in the Chiefs' favor than any other team, which adds up. And 23% of all penalties against teams playing the Chiefs resulted in a first down. Much higher than any other team.
That's crazy.
It was over double than any other team, and they even looked back outside the sample to look at the Tom Brady era Patriots. The Chiefs have over doubled all statistics called in favor of the Brady Patriots because they found no statistical difference on an average scale over the entire Brady era.
So you've taken this, and everyone's taken this study as a view of the NFL's putting their hand on the scale and ref wise, instead of maybe Andy Reid is one of the best head coaches of all time and knows how to get away with certain things.
That's what they've discussed, because then came the one 4 days before the UTEP.
Your UTEP minors, of course.
That was the UTEP Business Review came out and basically confirmed that study. They're taking a lot of people are taking it as an independent study. It was a peer-reviewed confirmation study by a PhD associate professor there.
This is the one I saw.
This is the one a lot of people saw right before the Lions game.
Yeah.
Where they basically confirmed a lot of what was found in the Financial Review.
Yeah.
Evened out the numbers a little bit, but basically came to the conclusion that during high financial moments for the league, refs have a statistical bias to call specifically defensive holding and pass interference call over 25% more times against Chief opponents.
I didn't need a study to tell me that the Chiefs get that.
No, but it's the idea that they're the only team. That's the part of the study.
They're the only team that gets it.
They're the only team that has gotten it in any of these studies.
Yeah.
And that was the implication to me. So like I was I was like, okay, you know that's coming in.
Yeah.
You know that's going to be there in big game moments. They both studies looked at playoffs specifically. But they came to the conclusion of any large, like high financial yield for the NFL. And then Sunday Night Football, Chiefs-Lions, a Chiefs team averaging 8 penalties a game gets no calls. Not a single penalty called on them. Right after this study.
Yeah.
If anything, it was the NFL. Like at that point, you feel like the NFL had a reverse course in my mind of like, hey, we know this study just came out. It's making national news right now. Like it was a headline ESPN piece in SportsCenter. And you double down?
You don't think they played really well last week?
No.
I think they played really well last week.
The Juju Smith-Schuster hit in the back of Brian Branch's head was ridiculous.
Tough. I don't think it warranted Brian Branch punching him in the face.
It happened, if you watch the game replay, it happened 4 times. Juju got away with it so many times. I saw 2 of them,
but I didn't see 4 of them. I saw the 2 that were circulating around the internet. I also saw Detroit Lions doing some dirty stuff too.
It got chippy, 100%.
Yeah.
But I get where Branch was like, it's frustration boiled over that the Chiefs got 0 penalty calls the entire game,
which is crazy still. But
that's not a thing that happens in the NFL.
Correct.
That's big. That's my issue with it is the NFL got caught.
Yeah. Zaire Franklin actually talked about this on his podcast today, and he was talking about the study. Now, the Colts are in a weird position with the Kansas City Chiefs. We've beaten Patrick Mahomes 3 straight times and pay them again this year.
Yep.
We haven't had those penalty call issues against
But none of them have been in primetime games?
One of them was.
Okay.
With Jacoby Brissett as a starter.
But that's what they're finding is they don't always occur all season.
All the time. It's usually in the high moments.
It's in the highest financial impactful moments of the league.
My thing is, why has Patrick Mahomes lost 2 Super Bowls then? Like, why? Like, if it's such a finger on the scale moment, then wouldn't they continuously push the button? I tend to see more of the Kansas City Chiefs playing good football and getting out of these situations more than I see the refs do it. But the refs definitely
do. And I think that plays a role. It's like, yes, you could be a better than average team. You could be a good team.
Correct.
But if you have the league backing of in critical moments and games, you're going to be great.
100%.
And that's what I think it is. I think the Chiefs are a good team. Andy Reid is a all-time head coach.
Yeah.
100%. Mahomes is a generational talent.
100%.
100%. Tyreek Hill, when he was on the Chiefs, the fastest player in the NFL for a reason. Bad man.
100% get what you're
But
saying.
you've gone from good, borderline great team to elite with that reffing differential.
100%. I do agree. I think without the gentle touch that the NFL and the refs give the Kansas City Chiefs, I don't know if they have 3 Super Bowls right now.
No, and I don't think they do. And that was the big part of that study was, to me, like, why I'm choosing the NFL, not the Chiefs, because like the Chiefs are benefiting, whatever.
Yeah.
The NFL getting caught with their pants down in this, and then choosing to double down and keep the narrative there looks really bad for the league.
Here's the thing about looking really bad for the league. They've always done this, and it's nothing new to me.
I'm curious to see viewership numbers for the rest of the season now. Because
I'll tell you right now, they're doing great.
They have taken a decline this year.
Right now, in Europe, our numbers are incredible. Worldwide numbers, our numbers have never been higher.
They haven't been higher compared to previous years internationally.
Correct.
Yes.
Globally,
and from the outside the U.S. numbers, yes, they are at an all-time high.
Yeah.
But it's an all-time high of like 3% higher.
Yeah.
It's not a huge, massive jump.
It's not like a massive yield.
Versus in the U.S., their numbers are declining.
Yeah, the cap is still supposed to go up 7%, but like we're gonna find out. Like it's only as the NFL continues. A lot of
fans are upset with them because they have the ESPN issue now with the streaming with Red Zone and Sunday Ticket.
That's next year, but
this year they added the ads.
Yeah,
and so you have a massive decline in viewership through those streaming services.
Yes, through the streaming services, people are pirating them now.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I don't know. It could be people, because we don't have those numbers. I don't want to claim something.
Yeah. I do feel like in terms of popularity, the NFL has taken a baby step back.
It has.
A baby step.
And now you have an issue of like the same thing as the NBA a few years ago, the point shaving scandals.
Yeah.
You have 2 different independent studies going into you showing, hey, here's a potential rigging scandal as well. This is, and you don't do anything to address it in the immediate, tells me the Shield is not going to do anything to address it long term until it blows up in their face.
I don't think,
and that's a concerning thing.
I don't think it's bad for the NFL. I mean, I do, but I don't think it's going to affect them in any way whatsoever. I think at the end of the year, cap's going up, viewership's going to be at an all-time high again, and the fans that were good are going to be happy, and the fans that were bad are going to find reasons to be upset. Just like every single year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see where this leads now that you have a very big 2025 showing a lot of statistical data this year.
Yeah, I mean,
like proving a thing that visually a lot of fans thought.
Keeping the eyes on Kansas City Chiefs have their eyes on them, especially this week, because a lot of people didn't get that article until after the game, middle of the game.
That's when it blew up
right after. But let's go into Hall of Famer of the week. My Hall of Famer of the week, very quick, Curt Cignetti. He's the Indiana head coach. A lot of people called him a loser, a coward. He came out, beat Oregon, who was a top 5 team. Indiana doing it with Division II players and people scouted from Indiana. Shout out to Indiana. It's the best state for football right now in the country. Indiana, you're the best. Curt Cignetti.
For me, I'm just saying it's a blow up of running backs this week. Like you have so many, like Rico Dowdle going banana sandwiches.
Running backs are back.
The running backs are back. Bijan having a career game.
Bijan, I know Jonathan Taylor is like right now the best running back. Bijan is the most talented running back in the NFL, right?
I think he is. He is the most dynamic. I think McCaffrey's still in that conversation. Just it's a physical health worry for McCaffrey.
That's because 49ers fans are sacrificing a new player off their team every week so that way Christian McCaffrey
alive. But I mean, even like Cam Scatterbo having I'm worried for that guy long term, but dynamic to watch.
I'd like to think he was always like that from birth.
Like, it feels like it.
I feel
it
like
just feels
he ran out of his mother's womb head first. Like that's the kind of person I feel like he is.
Mountain climbing
Yeah.
through it. And then even like Vidal on the Chargers.
Kamani Vidal is
stepped up to the challenge.
I thought it was his year last year. I think Kamani Vidal might take this running back room and just run with it.
I think it's going to be him and Amarion when Amarion comes back in
a month,
that's going to be
2
a
months.
thunder. That's going to be a thunder lightning when he comes back.
Yeah, I think
it's a 1A 1B.
Chargers are going to be fun.
They're going to be a great ground game.
Let's get into play ball. We're going to give you 7 games from this week's NFL slate and give you our picks for them. I'm going to start with the Steelers versus Bengals. It's the Thursday night football game. Bengals, who have been everything you've said they were going to be. Joe Burrow injured. Bengals defense at the worst point differential in the entire league. Opposed to the team that you've maybe been the most wrong about, the Steelers, 4-1, second best team in the AFC. Aaron Rodgers kind of playing prime Aaron Rodgers ball again.
He has moments.
DK Metcalf playing great. TJ Watt kind of not fully back to TJ Watt, but he's having a good year.
He's good.
Yeah. Where do you sit at this game?
I'm taking the Bengals plus 5.5.
So am I, dude. I feel crazy.
No. I think Tomlin tipped the hand. There's a stat that I want, and then there's Tomlin's. I don't know if you listened to his presser.
Today, yeah.
So when they were talking about the Flacco trade to the Bengals, his quote was, "It's shocking to me, Browns general manager Andrew Berry must be a lot smarter than me because it doesn't make sense to me a trade of a quarterback that you think is good enough to make your opening starter to a division opponent that's hurting in that area." Mm-hmm. And the way Tomlin's been focusing on Flacco, if you listen to his comments all week building up.
Not just this week. He said something a few weeks ago about Anthony Richardson when Joe Flacco was the backup, saying, I don't want to see Joe Flacco. Let's keep Anthony Richardson upright.
Flacco has 11 wins against the Steelers in his career, including with the Colts.
Kind of a demon.
Against them. I think there's 2 issues. 1A, you're taking a shot at the Browns. Dumb trade for the Browns to do. You do not trade a good quarterback, even if it's serviceable and that's startable, to a divisional opponent.
It's tough.
Bad trade on the Browns.
But it's the Browns.
It's the Browns. What do you expect? The 2, for sure, Tomlin rather be facing Jake Browning this game.
100. Everyone would rather be playing Jake Browning.
Everyone would, and I think that's what it is Tomlin, to me, based on those statements, sees the potential upset here. He may go, it's only 5% chance, it's only 3% chance, but it's gone from a non-existent to it's in his head now. The door is open.
The Steelers love to play down at their competition. This is that perfect, all right, Joe Flacco, prime time, Jamar Chase, ready to go.
Yep.
He's had a week and a half with the playbook. Joe Flacco's got nothing to lose. The Steelers look great. Everyone's talking nice about the Steelers. And this is where the Bengals come in and show you in prime time, hey, we're gonna try to stay alive in this weak AFC so that way Joe Burrow can come back.
Not only that, but the AFC North specifically is just sloppy on Thursdays when we play each other.
Yeah, it's divisional rivals.
Well, since 2019, the Steelers are 1-5 on Thursday nights.
Wow.
Tomlin cannot get a team together on short notice.
I mean, it's tough.
It is very difficult to do, but 1-5 is ridiculous. AFC North teams are 13-3 when they're hosting another AFC North team on Thursday nights.
Are you telling me we might have to money line this thing?
I'm going to money line this thing. Oh my God. Just because, like, with how many upsets there's been and how weird this division gets, out of any upset, this is the one I want to call a shot on. This is the most value for a money line you're going to get, and I'm taking the points for sure.
You know this division. It's your division. I trust you.
No, I know this division well enough to say I never know what's going to happen.
Okay, all right,
but that's where I'm with this, is if you're giving me 5.5 points in a divisional matchup against a coach who obviously is in his head on who he's playing at quarterback next year or next week, I'm just going to take it.
The Bengals... Here's the thing. The Bengals are historically bad right now. They have a negative 80-point differential.
Yes.
It's the worst in the league.
I'm going to take both these teams -7.5 and just see what happens.
Okay. All right. I like that.
Like, it's going to be a gross game.
Let's see. The Rams versus Jaguars. The London game. The Rams, who've kind of squeaked by to a few games this year where they probably should have lost, beat the Baltimore Ravens last year. I fully believe, before we left, we were watching the game, and then you left, and you're like, Tyler Huntley needs to be starting this game.
Yeah.
I fully believe Tyler Huntley plays that whole game, start to finish, you guys win that game.
Yeah.
I fully believe that.
And that's what I was calling for. The minute he signed back to our practice squad, I'm like, why? Cooper Rush is fun. I like Cooper Rush.
He's not fun anymore.
I think if you have an O-line that could protect him where he has a lot of time, like what he had with the Cowboys, he's a good quarterback. The Ravens do not have the O-line right now. Zeitler gone is a massive hit. I wish we kept him. I know we try to get younger. It made sense in the moment, but the talent just is not rising yet. Mm-hmm. Snoop knows this offense. He has mobility.
He has chemistry.
And Harbaugh knows how to use him. Mm-hmm. He's been with the team for so long. That's why when he went to the Dolphins and everyone's like, oh, and he performed poorly, I was like, that's fine. Bring him back to Baltimore. Let him take the pay discount. He is a...
Should have never left.
Should have never left. We should have never let him walk. I'm understanding why we did. Now we have him at half his contract value now.
For sure.
I get it. Snoop knows how to perform. That being said, I don't think this is a knock on the Rams too much. Puka got out that game, which is a big offensive switch up to go into Devontae as your number one now. I mean, like the run game just wasn't.
Devontae got banged up, and he's still banged up.
Yeah.
I look at this Jaguars game where the Jaguars just lost last week, and the Jaguars, they're 4-2. Rams, 2-loss team as well. Mm-hmm. I know Matthew Stafford's playing his butt off, but this is a London game. Jaguars pretty much have home field advantage. In a game where the Rams are a little bit more banged up, I'm going to go with the Jaguars on this to cover and maybe even win. I have them plus 2.5 to cover.
I'm going to take the Rams minus 2.5. Just I think the defense comes through here. I like Jared Verse. Like the defensive line has not been getting the same level of pressure that it should, but I think that the Jags have been focused on a lot of longer developing routes. BTJ has just not been efficient this year. He has stepped up in the last 2 weeks. Yeah. But he has these games where it just hits him in the hands and cannot catch.
It seems like their whole offense is kind of out of rhythm where they can't get everyone moving in the same direction. Mm-hmm. It kind of feels like, hey, it's either Brian Thomas Jr. or it's a Travis Etienne game or it's a Brenton Strange game. But like there seems to be no fluid, like who is it today?
Yeah.
And they also haven't been able to figure out Travis Hunter.
No, they really haven't. Like you can see the talents there. They just don't know how to play them.
Yeah, it's getting annoying where I'm like, maybe we shouldn't have let a generational talent go to the Jaguars. Maybe we should have let him go to like a franchise that can actually know how to use him.
That's where I'm feeling a little bit right now in Duval. Yeah. I just think this is going to be a ground heavy game. Kyron and Blake Corum. It's going to be low scoring, but I think out. Blake Corum
got hurt with the back, right?
He is listed officially as questionable. Damn. He got in a limited run in, from what I remember.
Okay,
so he is very questionable, but he's not officially doubtful yet. He's still borderline, but I think this is a Kyron game, and I think this is going to be oddly a Higbee game. Like he showed flashes last week against the Ravens. He's able to get open, coming back in.
Yeah, let's go into the next game. It's the Eagles versus Vikings. The Eagles, after losing 2 straight games, and the Vikings off of a London bye. Now they get a home game against the Eagles. Like I said, the Eagles are slowing down. A.J. Brown has not been able to get on the same foot as Jalen Hurts, and Saquon Barkley's been just flat out bad. He's been fine.
He has been a top 12 back, and that's not what you want Saquon to be. You want Saquon to be top 2. You need Saquon to be top 2, top 3.
Correct.
He's been top 12. He's still one of the best backs in the league, but putting up like 80 yards a game, it will not win you game. Will not take over games.
He's the highest paid running back in NFL history.
Yeah.
As of this offseason, they gave him the bag. He should be playing top 5 minimum.
Oh, 100%. And I don't put it on him. Well, aging body.
Correct.
Career high in carries. And we talked about this in the preseason. Yeah. We talked about this in the preseason. Running backs who have a career high over 300 touches in a season prior do not repeat. Decline.
Yeah. I'm here at this point now with the Eagles offense where I was banging on a table saying Jalen Hurts is a top 5 quarterback. Jalen Hurts is a top 5 quarterback. And now I look like an idiot because he's clearly played bad.
Yeah.
Part of me is like, hey, is this just the coaching without Kellen Moore? Is this just locker room issues? I don't know what it is. Meanwhile, the Vikings are playing games with Carson Wentz. They're going to have to do that again. JJ, I don't really like what this game is leading towards, but I do like points. I think that Vikings off a bye, they were able to figure out what they want to do with their offense with Carson Wentz. Yeah. And I do think the Eagles, even though they're bad, they're good for 20. With the over-under at 43.5, I think that's easily hittable. Give me the over at 43.5.
I'm going to call the Vikings in this one.
I
think this is a must-win game for them to keep up in the division. You have the Lions off a loss. You have Green Bay looking rough for a couple weeks here. This is their time to pounce. You're off the bye week that you've had time to schedule versus the Eagles are more in doubt and in flux than ever.
Yeah.
This is the time to pounce on the Eagles. Wentz is not what he has been for the Eagles at all.
Wentz
but
revenge game.
It is the revenge narrative, and they're going to Minnesota.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take the home team here. I think they figure something out.
Let's go into the game of the week for me. It's the Colts versus Chargers, the statistically best offense in the NFL, Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah, they are.
Never in my wildest dreams did I think I'd be sitting here saying that. But we're good. Offensive line playing their balls off. Our secondary we're down to our starting quarterback's our corner is a fifth string.
Yeah.
We have a bunch of just random dudes. Like it's kind of ridiculous, but we're still able to figure out how to win games. And then we're playing the Chargers, who are also beat to hell, but they're figuring out ways to win games also. We're going to this game. I'm really excited. I feel like there's no way for me to give this take without being biased.
Sure.
But I'm taking the Colts money line. They're plus 110 right now. I think they're going to close at around minus 1.5, plus 1.5. I think it's going to be a tight line. The Colts lost one game because of themselves. I think they learned a lot of those problems that they had against the Rams. They're going to come back to SoFi. They know how to play it. I love the Colts against the Chargers this week.
This is their second time in SoCal in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
That's a lot of travel for a team. For me, my big one is I'm taking over 48.5 in this game. If there's one thing the Colts have been struggling at this season has been, like you said, you're on your fifth corner, who's going to be the number one starter this week.
Yeah.
It's been stopping the pass. Jacoby Brissett last week had not started a game in over a year and a half.
Yeah.
Since, what was it, November 2022.
Lit us up.
320 yards.
Yeah.
It was his first 300 passing yard game in the last 3.5 years.
He did it without Marvin Harrison Jr. for that second half of the game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm
fully aware.
Yeah, I think if anyone could light up a defense, Herbert knows how to get the ball moving. Like you said on the other side, the Colts are the most efficient NFL offense in the league this season.
Yeah.
I want points. Like I have
Points on the board.
no horse in whoever wins here.
That's a lie.
I just want.
You're wearing a Chargers jersey.
Oh, I'm going to wear a Chargers jersey. I'm an Antonio Gates fan. I am doubling down on this.
All right.
I'm going to do what I love in the NBA that does, like the NBA fans do. If I like a player, I'm just going to get their jersey. I don't need to
fair.
only have Ravens jerseys. I'm going to get Larry Fitzgerald jersey because I love the guy. I have my Antonio Gates jersey because I love him.
shame.
The next one's LT. Like just guys I grew up loving. I'm just represent.
I actually made the step this offseason where I'm only buying players that I think are absolute legends. Whether they're my favorite players or not, I'm only buying the jerseys for Colts players that I feel like, I can go back and be like, that guy significantly changed the franchise. My next one's going to be Jonathan Taylor. That's my one.
But still only in the Colts.
I'm not open enough yet to be
Okay, so I was going to say, do you want a Brady jersey for your birthday?
No, I hate Tom Brady. But if a Luke Kuechly jersey slipped into my stocking on Christmas,
that's solid.
I wouldn't
That's
be
such
that
a good
upset.
jersey, too.
Like I love Cam Newton. If you weren't a Ravens fan, I would definitely have a Lamar Jackson jersey by
Fair
now.
enough.
Yeah,
And that's how I kind of want to live this one with the jersey wise.
That's fine.
But I think this is just a high scoring.
agree.
It's a shootout.
Yeah, I
There's
think
no
it's a
way
shootout.
this game does not turn into a shootout.
I also like Justin Herbert passing completions and yards. If his yards are set at 290, take the over.
I agree.
I would only take the under if it gets to around the 330 mark, 340.
I think passing completions. They have projected lines at the moment. They don't actually. Vegas doesn't have the lines out yet. Should be around 22.5.
I would
is what I've
hammer it.
seen on average.
They're going to throw the ball a lot. I think it's going to be way more of the Colts trying to figure out how to stop the Chargers than the other way around.
We're going to see a lot of shell three safeties back kind of coverage.
I think both these offenses are just going to score at will, and it's going to get stressful, but really fun for the over. So take the over.
Going to be a good time.
Falcons versus 49ers, the wildest game. The Falcons finally figuring it out on offense maybe, and the 49ers, like I said, going through the most injury-ridden season since the last 49ers season. I hate this game. I know that both these offenses have been kind of going. The Falcons' defense has kind of shown up for me, and I know that the 49ers just lost Fred Warner. I still kind of like this under. It's at 47.5. Both these teams have struggled against NFC opponents to get points on the board. Against AFC teams, they hit their over. Against NFC teams, they're commonly hitting their unders. So I kind of like the under here. NFC teams know how to play NFC teams.
Yeah, they do. For me, This is the exact opposite of what I feel for the Bengals-Steelers game, whereas that one I know is going to be gross. I know it's going to be like just a close game, but it's going to be the silliest game.
Oh, yeah.
This one's going to be gross and silly in the worst way possible. I feel like a borderline trap game for either team, and I don't like that feeling.
I don't know who's going to win this game.
I'm going to take the Falcons.
Okay.
But at the same time, also acknowledge Michael Penix cannot travel.
If
he has yet to travel well in his career with the Falcons so far.
Yeah.
But I think we have, I think, the best running back to running back matchup in the league so far in the season.
Yes.
Like 100%, it's going to be lights out between those two. London showed me what he can do last week.
He's elite.
Yeah, he is elite. I've been banging the drum for him for a little while.
Yeah.
Kyle Pitts is showing up this season.
Weird.
I don't know if
Darnell Mooney's I don't know
if he comes back.
Yeah,
like who knows with him? Versus, I don't know if Jawan Jennings is playing. I don't know if Kendrick Bourne is playing. He went down with a small little ankle thing. He's been practicing, but
George Kittle
has I haven't.
We don't know. Yeah,
we don't know. He's still on IR officially.
Damn.
Like who knows if he's coming back?
Yeah.
Ricky Pearsall. Who knows if he's playing?
Yeah.
Like I'm just betting on injuries alone. Falcons are the most complete team here, and that's all I want to bet on. I love the under. If we have half these guys get activated for the 49ers offense, great. Is it Mac Jones or Brock Purdy?
I think it's going to be Mac Jones again.
It's probably going to be a Mac Shin again.
And I feel like at the most you're going to get out of that is 3 touchdowns.
At most, it's going to be a low-scoring, gross game. I'm just going to take the team. I'm going to take the plus odds until I'm proven otherwise based on how this week goes.
That's fair. It's 2.5, right?
It's 2.5 to 3, depending on what book.
Okay. Let's go Buccaneers versus Lions. We have 2 Monday night games again. Buccaneers, who I did say I think is the best NFL team as of right now. Baker just has an unbelievable ability to just finish and win games.
He has
no
the
matter
dog, like
who's around him.
I feel bad for the Browns because you had this.
Yeah, he would have never been this.
He wouldn't.
He needed the chip.
He needed to play defensive line in Carolina. You're right.
Correct. He needed to play on a week of like no knowledge Ram game. Like he needed to compete against Kyle Trask at Buccaneers training camp. This is all the things that led to Baker Mayfield being
the boulder shoulder that he is
and the front runner for MVP.
Yeah. Well,
I think he is.
The idea that I've seen Dak have better odds in some books.
Dak is playing out of his mind.
Dak is playing out of his mind, but Baker is just
correct.
Next level.
It is. I mean, Dak is literally doing this with Ferguson, Javonte Williams, and George Pickens, who people are like, George Pickens has always been an elite talent. Yeah, but he's never done this.
No, and he's also hasn't crashed out yet.
Correct. CeeDee Lamb's due to come back soon. Anyway, Buccaneers. They're playing the Lions. Lions just lost against the Kansas City Chiefs. I still think they're an elite team. I think they're a Super Bowl candidate.
Oh, without a doubt.
But you're telling me the team that I do believe is the best team is getting 5.5 points, even though they're on the road? Give me Baker Mayfield plus 5.5.
I'm on the other side. I'm taking the Lions.
No.
Bucky's out for this game.
I don't care.
No, it's already. Bruce Arians is already.
Rashad White.
It's going to be a Rashad White game.
Sean Tucker.
Oh, it's Todd Bowles, not Bruce Arians. Bruce Arians did speak to the media. That's how I was
He's still part of the program.
He's still in the front office. Yeah. But Todd Bowles has already listed out Bucky. Has basically said Mbuka's not playing.
Yeah, he's not playing.
Yeah, he's not playing. And
Sterling
he said
Shepard.
It is a long shot to get Mike Evans in for this game. It is going to be Sterling Shepard, Trey, and Godwin game. Cade Otton is still...
Tez Johnson caught 2 touchdowns last week.
Tez, we'll see. I don't know if I trust the Buccaneers offense against the Lions offense. Buccaneers, if it turns into a shootout, which I think it is, because the Lions are going to attack their secondary. Mm-hmm. Vita Vea is still the best run stopper in the entire league. That man can clog the lane like no other. I think it's going to be a lot of bounce out to Jahmyr Gibbs. We've seen Montgomery in the screen game. I think it's going to be a Jameson Williams game because they are going to take shots in this one. I love Jared Goff for over 300 passing yards in this game. That's the only way the Lions keep up in this one. Mm-hmm. I think that the Lions are able to get it done just because I think in a shootout, they have the better weapons. But on the team that are healthy.
I do think the Lions win. I think the Buccaneers cover.
Sure.
I think they lose by like 4. And 5.5 I'm taking.
5.5 is that kind of weird line. I'm going to sprinkle on it. I like Goff's passing yards, and I like him for at least two passing touchdowns. I would take him up to 4.
Brown touchdown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown touchdown's good. I feel like this is going to be a good Jameson Williams Laporta game because they're the more stretch the field guys compared to Amon-Ra.
Two back-to-back Jameson Williams games?
I think so.
Okay, that's rare. Last game we're going to talk about is the Texans versus Seahawks. Seahawks having a pretty good season, showing off being one of the best defenses in the league and the second best point differential in the league right now behind the Indianapolis Colts. And the Texans coming off a bye week, having a really bad start, but they started to gain momentum, beating two of the worst teams in the NFL. Now they get to play one of the best defenses, and I really do believe they're going to run into a buzzsaw here. I think it's going to be a damn near unwatchable game. Sam Darnold is also balling. JSN is showing you he's a top 5 receiver.
Yes.
Give me Seattle minus 3.5.
I don't get how this line is this close.
I think this game should be like 6.
Yeah, it really
5.5.
feels like it. The Seattle defense has been out of control.
Yeah.
Like, I understand that the offensive run game has not been there too well. Like, Zach Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker both getting equal carries last week.
Split them.
But it doesn't matter. This defense will keep you in a game no matter what. Sam Darnold has to do bare minimum with a top 5 receiver.
And that offensive line is playing really well. Cooper Kupp's starting to come back alive a little bit too.
Exactly. Like, I love the Hawks in this one.
AJ Barner, their tight end, is kind of stepping up as being like, hey, I'm a good third option.
He is what Colson Loveland should have been this season.
I agree.
Like, he is stepping up in a way that everyone expected Loveland to do.
I'm so happy the Bears drafted Colson Loveland. Last thing we're going to talk about is the pick of the week, where we give you our favorite play of the week. Don, what is your pick of the week?
For me, I'm taking Bears minus 5.5 against the Saints. Saints have been a little spicy here and there. They've been in games, but they've still only covered twice so far this season.
Yeah.
I think this line is not going to get bigger because the Bears are 0-8 in their last 8 against the Saints. Mm-hmm. I think they throw that off them. Spencer Rattler is able to get to Olave, but there's not a whole lot else to love about that offense. The defense plays with a lot of heart, but I think the Bears defense equally matches up. I think Chicago here is a good lock.
My pick of the week. We talked about them in the beginning. We're going to end the show on them. I have the Panthers minus 1.5 versus the New York Jets,
Filthy.
who are the worst team in the NFL. You thought it was
Are
more.
they?
They are. They had negative 10 passing yards last week.
No, I understand, but
I'm not a fire your head coach year one kind of guy ever.
How they ended the first half,
Don,
is ridiculous. Like, it looked like Justin Fields about to rip Glenn's head off.
You've kind of low-key been a Justin Fields truther. Are you still?
I still think the talent is there.
That's crazy.
No, because look what he did in Seattle, or look what he did in Pittsburgh. He did average. He did starting quarterback capability in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
That is, he put up similar numbers to what Russ did that earned Russ another contract.
Yeah.
And what Aaron Rodgers is doing now. He was doing the same.
Yeah.
He just keeps getting put in the worst.
You think that's what it is?
I think that's what it is. You give him a head coach.
In 3 different situations.
Matt Nagy.
Yeah, all right, that's bad.
Aaron Glenn.
Mike Tomlin's Super Bowl.
Mike Tomlin's the only one who's gotten anything out of him. You give him the Baker treatment, go let him play for McVay for a season, and that is a divisional championship team.
You can't always do that, though.
No, I understand.
At some point, you have to be the person that rises above the bad.
No, you have to, and I think he has moments.
Yeah.
I think until he's in a better situation, I'm fading him completely.
Yeah.
But if the Vikings picked him up this season instead of Carson Wentz,
oh yeah, we'd be
singing his praises.
Yeah, but
that's the truth I want to put out there.
Fair.
I'm not. That's as far as I go.
You
with
said
him.
the Vikings, and I was like, yeah, I would have loved him and Justin Jefferson together.
Exactly, it'd be crazy.
Garrett Wilson being out, it sounds like they're sitting a lot of players because there's a lot of trade rumors. Breece Hall is
going to become a Bear.
That's what they're saying. I don't really buy into that one. I think he's going to probably be somewhere else.
I just don't know what other backfield is as desperate as Chicago for an elite talent. I like Swift. Swift is good. He is not elite.
He's getting the job done.
He's getting the job done, 100%. You think if they offer a third round if Jets will take a third rounder for Breece?
I think there's a team in Arizona that would love another running back. That could be a game changer.
They are in need, but I don't know. That makes sense. I like that one a lot.
Yeah. I think there's a couple teams that people have.
Now that I'm thinking about it, you're selling me a lot right now on that one.
Yeah.
Arizona has to pay, though.
I don't think they would. I think right now you could probably get Breece Hall for a 4th round pick. I think because you have to pay him. The market for Breece Hall, I think, will not be anything more than a third.
No, I think a third is there. A third and maybe somebody. Like kind of a backup maybe a 2-year down the road fifth.
It's going to be interesting seeing what happens, and when it happens, we'll be here to cover it.
Yep.
Thank you guys so much for listening to another episode of Bust Picks. My name is Dio. That is Don. And remember,
Pray for the parlay.